Hey my frugal friends, wagwan. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Frugality is life. It's Frugal Friday. If you are new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. Let's jump into this video. So I want to show you guys the most recent saving challenges that I've made. It's this one, which is a monthly saving challenge, but it's for the year. So it's very minimalistic, very simple. The amounts are small amounts, so 84, 96, 75, 75, 90, 60. So I think the highest amount is 108 in September. But you save small amounts to get you, and this bundle will save you $1,014 in total once you're finished. And then I have this one, pay no attention to here, I ran out of ink. But this one was also one I made. It's called Color Your Way to Savings. You can decide what these flowers are, what each one represents, and then this is a bonus section for you to save. And this is on my Etsy shop, and so is this one. I hope you guys are doing well. When you're seeing this video, it's gonna be Friday, so I hope you had a great work week and looking forward to the weekend. If you're new here, welcome. I know I have a ton of new subscribers because we recently hit 500 subscribers, and I'm so happy for all the love and support. We're gonna jump into this video today. We have working with 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, $35, and that's what we will be stuffing today into our mini saving challenges. So if you're new here, I have this series called Frugal Friday where I stuff, usually it's $50 and less, $50 or less, yeah, into my mini saving challenges. And all the challenges are usually less than $150 or $100 thereabout. Yeah, so that is about my mini saving challenges. And how I play this Frugal Friday is I use the dice to decide which envelope I stuff, and I use my dominoes to decide what I stuff. So I always have 5s because I either stuff 5s or 10s. So if I pick this domino, I will stuff a 5. If I pick this one, I will double the amount to save 10. And that's how I play. So, and that's how I save the money, honey. So welcome, and let's jump into the video. So we didn't have an IOU. What happens is if I don't get to scratch off any of my scratch offs, I have to go into this envelope and pick a challenge and save something for next time. So I usually owe it for next time. But if I get a scratch off, that means that I don't have to save this bonus money. So I think we're all straight. Oops. I think we're all straight from last time. And I'm gonna, for lucky, as a lucky charm, I'm gonna pick out my $20 Jamaican coin right here, and that's what I'm gonna use to scratch off the scratch off. Let's hope we get one. So let's jump into the video. 7. Okay, so this challenge is from one frugal introvert, my girl Jerry, and let's see what we're gonna stuff. $5. So let me grab the 5 and let's color in 5. So I hope you saw my previous video because I'm doing a giveaway for my 500 subscribers, and to enter you have to watch that video and follow the instructions. Please ensure that you also follow me on Instagram so I'll be able to contact you if you're the winner. Okay, so $5 going in. Let's spin this around, let's shuffle this up, and let's go again. 2, 1, 2. Okay, this is from Cindy Cat Budget. And let's see how much we are gonna stuff today. 5. Okay, dominoes are being kind to us today. Okay, I was also asked by one of you guys to talk more about the foundation that I'm starting up with my siblings in Jamaica. So let's chat a little bit about that, shall we? So my $5 are going in. Okay, let's shuffle them up, and let's throw 7. Oh, we got a scratch off. That means we don't owe anything for next week. That's awesome. So my siblings and I, we lost our parents. My dad 8 years ago, and my mom we lost last year. And they were just the kindest people I've ever known in my entire life. And I'm not just saying that because they were my parents. I'm saying that because they were actually very, very kind. So because this is a scratch off, we are just going to choose something. We're not going to use our dominoes, and we're going to just choose something, and we're going to save whatever is under this. So because we're going in the line, why not, right? So we lost our parents, my mom last year. And as I said, my dad 8 years ago. And, ooh, that's a 20. Is it a 20? No, it's a 10. Oh, good. And because they were so kind. I mean, they were such an inspiration in our community, helping people, helping others. My mom, she was a cook at a school, and like a basic school in Jamaica. That's like, I would say, kindergarten. And the kids absolutely loved her. And there were times when there were kids coming to school with no supplies, no school supplies, no school fee, no food, no lunch. And my mom would always try to do the best she can to help them. So how it works in Jamaica is you have to pay for lunch for your kids, even in kindergarten. And you have to, of course, buy them uniforms, because we wear uniforms in Jamaica to school. And you start wearing uniforms from kindergarten and all the way up to high school. When you graduate high school for college, then you wear, you know, whatever, plain clothes. So you have to have your uniform. You have to have your school supplies, your bag, your books, your pencil, pens, everything you use. You have to have it. You have to have your book. You have to have your snacks. And because my mom worked at the school as a cook, sometimes kids would come, they don't have the money, and my mom would do her best to, you know, give them some food some of the times, you know. And usually you have to pay for the food, but she will do her best to like give the kids, because she's like, you know what, she doesn't want to see a kid coming to school hungry or anything like that. So she was very caring in that way. Like, she would always give back. So my dad as well, like, but I got my frugality from my dad because he was quite frugal. But he was like the kind, my dad was an angel. Like, literally anyone you met that knew him would tell you that same thing. Okay, let's carry on because this story could be very long. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jerry's challenge is getting some love. So this actual challenge is from Sam's budgeting corner. Well, previously Sam's budgeting corner, now it's Sam's cash stuffing world. That's where I got that challenge from. And this one is Run Frugal Introverts. Okay, so my parents were very kind growing up. We didn't grow up rich. We didn't, like, you know, have much at all, but we were very much happy kids. We made do with what we had, and we didn't know we were poor until we were older. But anywho, that's a different story for a different day. Let's see what was stuff. 10. So 10 going into this one, and we only have a 5 left. So let's hope we don't have IOU. So 10. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 10. Okay. So we decided, now that they have passed, I mean, it shook us, like, it really shook us losing both parents, you know. My dad passed first, and then my mom. But when my dad passed, like, we were very sad, like, extremely sad, for years and years. But we had our mom to lean on, right? And then when our mom passed, we suddenly have no one. And so because our parents were so kind, like, my mom would make dinner, and if there's someone passing by, bye to tomorrow's leftover, because it's all going to that person. She would go out of her way to just ensure that people she would pass on a day-to-day that knows that she would know that they are in need, whether they're kids, whether they're like adults. She would give away the little she had, whether it's money, whether it's food, give it to them so they could help provide for their family. Like, we didn't know a lot of this until my mom passed, and we went for the funeral, and a lot of people were saying, you know what, your mom used to give me some money to buy food, your mom used to give us some money to, you know, it was like, I know her mom was very kind, but like giving away money she didn't have, I know she didn't have it. It shook me, because you know what, when you have a lot of money, it's easy to give away $1, $2, $5, whatever you decide to give. But when you don't have it, or it's in limited supply, and you decide to share, that right there is true kindness. And because of that, we decided that, you know what, in honor of our parents, we're going to open a foundation. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This challenge was made by me. So in honor of our parents, we're going to start a foundation to help kids, because I know for a fact, I was in the school system and I saw kids coming to school with no lunch. They had uniforms on, but they were raggedy, torn, unwashed. They didn't have money sometimes to come to school, to pay their tuition, to come to school. They had no book, no pencil. Sometimes they would come, they have none of that. So we decided this foundation is going to help kids who are in need in providing these things. And as the foundation grows, because we have a big vision for this foundation, as it grows, we are going to eventually want to do scholarships. Ooh, I have an IOU. So I'm gonna owe this $5. Should I take it from my wallet? Is that cheating? I think I'm gonna take it from my wallet, because my spending money. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This looks delicious. This can be found on my Etsy shop. Let me grab my wallet, because I don't want to have an IOU, okay? So I'm going to take this from my gas envelope. There you go. And that means no IOU for next week. There we go. $10 going in. Yes, so this foundation is going to help kids and eventually give scholarships and all that. Like, Jamaica is a place that's filled with talent, filled with like the most amazing people, but it's also a third world country where people don't have the necessities that a first world country would have. Like, I know sometimes, like, we all have our struggles, and we all live, you know, we may live in a first world country, some of us, and we complain and we have our struggles. And when you go to like one of these third world countries and see, you know, what you do little with, like, they may not have a lot, but they do a lot with a little. And we did have a short little sort of like a fun day for for the kids before in July, when on the anniversary of my mom's funeral. We had a little like fun day type thing where we gave coloring books just before the kids went on summer holiday. So we gave coloring books, crayons, we had ice cream, they had cake, they had hot dog. Like, we pulled together as a family and we did that. And the parents and the teachers at the school were really, really grateful, because they didn't have anything planned before the kids went out. And, you know, we thought, on this day that was so sad for us, let's put a little bit of joy into some people's, you know, others' lives. Like, I cannot share pictures with you because, of course, these are kids. And listen, I wouldn't do that either. But if you could see those kids' faces, like, it broke my heart to just see how happy they were to get the books and get all the supplies. And it was just truly amazing. Like, it's not a lot, but they were so happy to get the little that we could give. And so we decided this foundation is going to give back as much as we can give back. And as this foundation grows, like, it was going to start with us as siblings. We're going to put the money we have into it, and eventually we want to see it grow and mature to a much larger platform to help a lot more people in Jamaica. And so we're in the process of the getting it started, where we're making sure this is legit. So this is not just us getting up and say, hey, we're starting a foundation. This is going to be a legit foundation. We have a lawyer that's working on the paperwork and doing the name search and all of that. We're going to set it up. It's going to have, the necessary tax everything's going to be set up properly, and we're going to get this going because there's a lot of people in the world that needs our help, and if we can give back just a little bit of what we have, then, and I don't have a ton I don't have a lot either, but as I said, it's when you have a little and you decide to share that where it's a true blessing. And my siblings and I just can't wait for this foundation to be started, and that's why I created this Etsy shop, not for myself, but every dollar that is made in the Etsy shop will go towards this foundation. So it's going to go towards the foundation in the setting up of it, and once it's launched, it will be going into buying these supplies and giving back to the community and giving back to these kids in Jamaica. So every dollar that you decide to spend in my Etsy shop, just know that 100% of it goes back. I was going to do this for the first 3 months, and I decided I would have to be putting money anyway, which I will still do that. And I'm thinking of doing something else for December pertaining to the Etsy shop and pertaining to the foundation, November, December. But I'm thinking it through, and I will let you guys know what I'm deciding to do. But for now, every dollar that you spend will 100% go to the foundation, setting it up and getting it up and running. And when it is up and running, I think I've decided to leave the Etsy shop open just to fund the charity as well. As little as it can generate, or as much as it generates, it will all go there as well. So I'm so grateful for, it was Hey K Budgets who asked me to talk a little bit more about the foundation, and I'm so happy that about the interest, and happy to share, because this is something that is near and dear to my heart, and I know my siblings' heart, and I know my parents would be so proud of us and the work that we want to do for this charity. So stay tuned, because I'm going to be sharing it all with you guys. Like when everything is done, when it is launched, I'm going to be working on a logo. I'm going to be working on different things for the charity. Eventually we want to get a website up and all these things, but it will take time, and we're not going to overwhelm ourselves, because as I said, the funding is coming from us as siblings, and not everyone has all this money, but we're going to do it. Whether we have 5 cents or 10 cents, this is going to be done, and by the grace of God, it's going to be successful. Anyways, enough chatting from me, but thank you so much for tuning into another Frugal Friday. Remember, a little frugality goes a long way. Thanks for watching. Make sure that you like the video, and if you're $sign in the comment section below, share the video, and finally, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. I would really appreciate it. Until next time, keep budgeting, stay frugal, and walk good. Bye.